I cut my hair. Yeah, that's the intro. I just thought I'd share. The Urban Dictionary describes getting jumped as the act of being maliciously assaulted by a large number of individuals, usually physical but may be verbal. My mother describes it as a horrible thing to happen to anyone. I describe it as a rite of passage for any adolescent male in need of character development. No, think about it. From what we've observed, humans as a species evolve under pressure. We go through something horrific, we go through a stage of and then learn the lesson that life was teaching and come out of the whole ordeal better and more aware of whatever situation we were just in. Some people simply don't learn from life and continue in their ignorance, while others learn and prepare themselves for what's next. But trust me when I tell you, there's no amount of preparation that'll help you deal with four guys trying to run you for all you got except for a modern bow and arrow. And I'm not talking about a crossbow. Getting jumped can mean one of two things. One, getting robbed by a number of people because they won't give you the courtesy of a 1v1, or two, getting yourself in an altercation like a fight of sorts and getting your ass beat by a number of people because they won't give you the courtesy of a 1v1. In this case, I'll be talking about the prior. Getting robbed is one of the most frustrating and fast-paced forms of education anyone can receive. In the moment, it happens quick. Your heart is too busy breakdancing for you to actually feel anything. But after the whole jumping process, that's when your body actually catches up to what you just experienced, and that can be one of the most confusing, upsetting, and depending on how you got robbed, most painful feelings ever. I should know. I've gone through it more times than I care to admit. I grew up in a town where you couldn't just casually walk around and do human things without constantly checking your six. And this place is the prime suspect for my overprotective and paranoid personality. I got robbed a lot. But thankfully, it took that only happening to me once for me to stop going outside with anything valuable, aside from my life. And so anytime I did get robbed, I never really lost anything, except for a piece of my dignity. Anytime I get robbed in the past, it would never just be one guy. It was always a group of three or more for some reason. And that ticked me off because at some point in my life I learned Kyokushin Karate and got kinda good. But I could never really use it to defend myself because I was always getting jumped. By now, y'all are probably waiting for a story of my demise for your amusement. Well, here it is. I have an instance of one of many times I got jumped. I was in high school, in my fly ass little uniform, 10th grade, just fumbled a girl, the usual. I was on my way to a local park near the school where my bus picked me up. It was a couple of blocks away, so the walk was long enough for someone to get the drop on me. I'm listening to music through my headsets. That was my first mistake. As I'm walking, I see four guys approaching in the distance. At this point, my heart and my brain are already on the same page and tell me to take the next corner and go the long way. So I go the long way. And after a bit of walking, I realize these guys are following me. But there's only two of them now. And before I know it, I turned the corner and there they were. The other two butt cracks that were about to ruin my Thursday. I can't make a run for it now because I'm pretty much surrounded. There's a house to my left and my right. Two of them are in front of me and the other two are behind me. I already know what's about to happen, so I accept my fate. They see that I'm not trying to resist, and so instead of attacking me, two of them just grab me while one pats me down and takes everything valuable. The other guy was just standing there with what I think was a butter knife as a deterrent. I don't know. They take what they want. One guy gently slaps me twice, tap tap, and then they run off like they just pulled off the heist of the century. Motherfucker. And as their maniacal laughter faded off into the distance, cue sad music, I just stood there in silence, fully digesting and accepting what just happened. I eventually made it to the park, got on my bus, and went home, where I told Mother everything. So yeah, getting jumped was an occasional side quest for me growing up. And this was the least crazy instance. I have more, but I'll save those for another day. Moral of the story? Every young man should get jumped at some point in their lives. It's a humbling experience that'll teach you numerous lessons and leave you with a high XP. Or not. I don't know, man. Just don't get jumped. It's an evil world we live in, so stay safe out there. Anyways, that's my time. Don't forget to kumquat, and I will see you when I see you.